All right, here we are getting started. The Lady Grizz defending the north court. Here's the jump. It's up, controlled by Wind River. To the right side, 41 down deep. The shot from the left side, just short. Rebound, Rocky Mountain, Hatch. Over to Dossman, she brings it up. They set up their offense on the left side. Higgins drives in, gets stopped. Back out to Brost. Back over to Dossman. Back over to Higgins on the left side, outside. She takes one dribble, picks it up. Back out top to Dossman. Back over to Higgins, looking for Hatch. It's not there. They've got a man-to-man going from the Wind River defense tonight. Over on the right side. Swinging around, Dossman on the right side, over to Friedley underneath. One dribble, she puts it up, off the glass and in. Friedley for the first basket of the game, 2-0 Grizz. Quickly up the court, Arrington. On the right side, she's picked up a dribble. Brings it over to Gomendi, swing it to the left side. Arrington. Two Arrington girls in there tonight. She's holding the ball, she gets it back up to the top to Smith. Back over to Gomendi, left side outside. One dribble, stolen away by Brost. Oh, they get her on a double dribble. As she stole that ball away, she slapped it to the ground and picked it up and then put it back down for a dribble. And they don't let you do that, so. Steal and a turnover, back to the Wind River Cougars. Arrington has it in the middle, swings it over the side to Gomendi. Down deep, close play there. Looks like they're gonna call Hatch with a reach as she tried to get that ball. That's Hatch's first foul. Wind River has it inside. Swings it to the right side. Shot by number 41. A three-pointer is good. A three-pointer from Megan Arrington. 3-2 Wind River. They've got the full-point press on. They left Friedley all alone underneath. She comes down, and it's blocked out of bounds. Blocked out of bounds by Bell, who got back. It was a good look by Brost. Got the ball there a little slow, and Friedley got her shot blocked. That's all right. They're setting up their out-of-bounds play. Brost will bring it in. Over to Friedley, left side, outside. Up to Dossman at the top. They've got a reach-in foul on number 23, Kayla Smith from Wind River.
That's going to be her first foul for the night.
Ball comes into Higgins at the top, over to Dossman. Outside the top of the key. She finds Brost on left side, hands it off back to Dossman. Gets a pick from Friedley, comes back around, gets the ball to Hatch on the left side. They're moving the ball around well tonight. Back over to Brost. On the right side, three-point line. Into Higgins, good pass to Hatch underneath, a great feed, and Hatch puts it right off the glass for two. Really nice look there. Up quickly come the Lady Cougars. Gomendi has it at three-point line. Back to the top. Arrington. Over to Arrington. Back out. Ooh, errant pass over the head. That's going to be a turnover on the Lady Cougars. Back over to the Grizz. Dossman brings it up. She's walking the ball up the court. Over to Brost, right side, outside. Hand off to Dossman. A pick from Hatch. Ooh, pass underneath. It was tipped out of bounds by Wind River. It'll stay with Rocky Mountain. 5:26 to go in the first quarter. It's 4-3 Rocky Mountain. Brost to bring it in. Into Friedley on. Comes off of her fingertips. They lose that out of bounds. It's a turnover on the Lady Grizz. That's going to the Wind River Lady Cougars. Gomendi will bring it up. She got at the top of the key, still dribbling. Comes way outside to Smith. Smith has it top of the key, way outside, over to Arrington on the left. Skip pass over to 33, Gomendi. Gomendi taken away by Dossman and then tied up. We've got a foul. Foul on Wind River. That is on Bell, Jamie Bell. It's Jamie Bell's first tonight, too. Rocky Mountain's bringing it up. Dossman right up the middle. Over to Brost on the right side. Over to Higgins, over to Dossman on the left side. Skip pass over to Tiffany Roast on the right side. Back out to Higgins at three-point line, over to Dossman. We've got a whistle. I believe they called a 3 seconds or a travel. Turnover on the Lady Grizz.
Okay, we've got number 33 bringing the ball up over to 23, who's Smith. And the shot was put up and rebound by Tiffany Brost. Dossman's bringing the ball up the court down over to Tiffany Brost on the right-hand side. And she's called for traveling.
All right, here comes the Lady Cougars. Back over to Gamendi on the left side outside. Pass into Smith. A deep pass down underneath. Tipped away by the Lady Grizz. It'll stay with the Cougars. Good hands there by Friedley and Hatch, who tipped that ball away from Arrington. Into the game comes Kelsey Simmons for the Lady Cougars. A shot outside, short, fighting for the rebound, taken away by Emily Higgins. Back to Dossman as the Lady Grizz bring it up. They'll pick him up at the half court, over to Higgins on the left side. Couple dribbles, out to Brost. Left side outside, bounce pass over to Dossman. She has it at the top, over to Higgins. Three-point line. On the left side, she puts up a shot off the glass and in. A good shot by Emily Higgins. Brings the score to 6-3, Lady Grizz. Arrington, right side outside. Swung over to the other Arrington, to Smith. I'm sorry, that's to Bell. To Gamendi, the top of the key. She drives in, kicks it back out for a long two-pointer. Off long, controlled by Tiffany Brost. Over to Dossman, who brings it up. They set up the offense. Skip pass over to Dossman, three-point line. She shoots it off the glass and in. That is good for 3. 9-3, shot by 41. A quick shot by Arrington. She answers immediately with a three-pointer. And they're going to the full court press on that make. Dossman bringing it up on the left side. Brings it across easily, finds Friedley underneath. Has a hard time getting a handle on the ball, and we get a tie-up, a jump ball. That ball's going to stay with Rocky Mountain. Got a break in the action at 3:02. Friedley will sit down.
And our score is Lady Grizzlies 9 and our Cougars are 6.
Heather Sorensen in for Lady Grizz. Emily Higgins bringing the ball in bounds. She's looking, she's looking. It was tipped, stolen by Arrington on the inbounds. Arrington brings it up herself down the right side, picked up by Brost. Swings it over to Gamendi. Looking inside, back outside. Skip pass over, controlled by Arrington. Off the glass and in. Oh, they brought the ball in bounds as the Lady Cougar went for the, I believe that's Gamendi, went for the steal there. She got her on the arm. That's Gamendi's first foul. Full court press by the Lady Grizz, or the Lady Cougars.
We got to pause for a minute. I think they're making some substitutions or checking something out.
Looks like they just checked the clock. I didn't see anybody new come in. Ball comes in, stolen away right underneath the basket. It's a foul, and the basket is going to count. That foul, I believe, is going to be on Angela Hatch, and it was... Basket, I believe they said was not good, and it's going to be on the ground. Here's the inbounds. It's into Simmons, over to our Arrington. Tries the baseline, stolen away. Great play. Great play by Sorensen. Stepped right in front and took that ball. Cut off the lane. Dossman brings it up fast on the left side. Swings it out to Higgins. Lost her dribble, back over to Dossman at the top. Lady Grizz moving around. Off the foot of Sorensen. Controlled by Brost. Back out to Dossman. She finds Tiffany on the left side. Tries to hand it off. We've got a foul call. That's the second, I believe, on
Whitney Gamendi. A little too aggressive there.
Tried to take that hand off, and they got her for using the shoulder, it looked like. Brought into Higgins. Over to Dossman, right side outside. It's cleared out on that side. Ooh, Friedley tried to get it, taken away by the Lady Cougars. Gamendi has it in the middle, bringing it up. Over to Arrington. To her sister Arrington, back out to number 34, puts up a Jamie Bell with a 2-pointer. Brings the score to 10-9 Lady Cougars. Stolen away on the inbounds. And then tied up by a good hustle play by Emily Higgins. But that on the jump ball will stay here with the Lady Cougars. 1:41 left in the first quarter, 10-9. Lady Cougars with the lead. There's the inbound pass. They've got it outside. She takes a long shot. It's over. Controlled by Wind River. Miss. Controlled again. Another shot. They got 4 shots at that one on Arrington. Was fouled on that last shot. Cowley Arrington, and she will go to the line. The one shot was missed by so much it went right over into the Wind River hands.
That foul was on number 24, Heather Sorensen. That's her first for the evening.
First shot by Cowley Arrington was up and good. Sets up for a second shot. It's up, off right, controlled by Jamie Bell, puts it up, it's off, controlled by Arrington again, gets the rebound and puts it in. Full court press again. Higgins controls the ball. Brost tries to save it. She was going out of bounds and she saved it right to the Wind River. Higgins steps in. They've got a double team. She steps on the line and turns it over. On that last full court press, they'd released their man deep, and Rocky Mountain didn't get a chance to look at that. Looks like they're going to lay off the press right now. 13-9 Wind River. Dossman brings it up. Over to Brost on the right side. Down to Sorensen, who was fouled by Jamie Bell. Looks like tonight the Lady Cougars definitely have a size advantage inside. Cowley Arrington is definitely the tallest one in the middle there. Into Higginson, to Higgins, over to Dossman. Tipped away by Arrington, controlled by her sister. Brought up by Gamendi. Over to Megan Arrington. Over to Cowley Arrington, back to Gamendi. Over to Simmons. Back out to Gamendi. Over to Bell. Bell takes one dribble, skip pass over to Arrington. She's outside. Oh, looks like we've got a reach foul. I think that's going to go against Sorensen.
Yep.
Reach foul, I believe that's her second.
That's Heather's second.
We got some substitution as Gamendi and Bell will leave. Into the game come Casey.
Sheila Casey.
And as they stack up here, Kayla Smith's back into the game. To Arrington. Defender got off the ground. She puts up the shot. Looks like Friedli's got a bit of a twisted ankle. She's trying to walk it off. She comes up the floor. That shot was missed. Controlled by Rocky Mountain. Looks like Friedli's walking that off. She's doing okay. Higgins got it left side outside. Skip pass over to Dossman. Right side up by the three-point line. Over to Brost. We've got about 15 seconds left. Brost has it inside to Sorensen, and it's tied up.
Actually, there's a foul, it looks like, on number 42. It looks like she may have bumped her a little bit trying to get to the ball.
Except for they changed that to 35. That's
35.
on Casey. It was a foul, though. We've got 12.4 seconds to go. The Lady Cougars with a 4-point lead. Into Sorensen. She gets it, tries to pass it over to Dossman. It's tipped out of bounds.
No, stay with Rocky.
Stay with Rocky, 8.8. Kayla Smith stepped over and tipped that out. Tiffany Brost, take that ball out of bounds. 8.8 seconds. Into Dossman. She gets it over to Higgins. Back over to Brost, sets up for a three-pointer. And it's good. Three-pointer, we're down to 1 second. And that's the quarter. The three-pointer by Tiffany Brost brings us to a 1-point ball game at the quarter. The quarter, it's the Lady Cougars 13 and the Lady Grizz 12. How are we doing foul trouble? We've got 2 girls on each team.
We've got, for Rocky Mountain Grizzlies, we've got Heather Sorensen and Angela Hatch, both at 2,000. For the Cougars, we have Whitney Gomendi and Jamie Bell with 2, and Sheila Kazee with 1. Looks like really tonight the Lady Cougars are putting up more shots than the Grizz. The Grizz seem to be hitting more, but the Grizz keep turning it over, so we need to keep a hold of the ball a little bit more and see if we can't get down the court and put a few more points on the board.
It seems the Lady Cougars definitely have a size advantage inside, too. A lot of work that Hatch and Sorensen are going to try to move them out, and she's still able to jump up and take some of those rebounds right over the top of them. They're working hard. They've got a 1-point game now, and here they come for the second quarter. First quarter, they did seem, the Lady Grizz did seem to move the ball around well, especially at the beginning as they pass it around, didn't let the Cougars set up their defense. Here we go for the second quarter. Ball comes in. That's Haley Sorensen. Pass that over to Rachel Roberts, over to Emily Higgins, back over to Haley Sorensen. Skip pass over to Hatch, finds Sorensen inside, puts it up just short, rebound by Hatch, who was fouled. Great hustle play by Hatch as she shot in front of Arrington there, picked up that rebound and was fouled on her putback. She'll have 2 shots now.
And that looks like, we'll double check with the board, but we have Jamie Bell that would be her 3rd foul, and they did confirm that.
First shot's up and good. Ties the game at 13 apiece. So Angela toes the line, looking to give the Grizz the lead. It's up and good, rattles it in. 14-13 Lady Grizz. The ball comes up, Arrington on the right side, picked up quickly by Hatch. Bell turns around, puts up a shot, leaves it way short, picked up by Gamendi underneath, kicked outside. 1 dribble, pass over to Arrington at the top. Back out to Gamendi on the left side, who walks with it. She is thinking about shooting.
Good idea there to try and get around her opponent. Just picked up that one pivot foot a little too quick.
I think she was going to shoot there, and Rachel Roberts got out fast enough to make her change her mind in the middle. Made her drag that foot, and that's a walk. Here comes Haley Sorensen. Over to Emily, handed off. Back to Haley. Dribbles left hand down the middle, kicks it back out. Oh, and we have the same thing. She took that pass and then moved her feet before she decided what to do with the ball. That's a turnover on the Lady Grizz, back to the Lady Cougars. So we swap turnovers, and here comes Gamendi, walking the ball up. Lady Grizz are still in their man-to-man defense. Arrington outside. Has it on the left side, Arrington just holding the ball, finds Gamendi at the top. Sorensen on her, over to Arrington on the left side, takes 1 dribble, sets it up, and scores. That was Megan Arrington with a 2-point. They pick up the full court press. Broken easily this time, over as Hatch dribbles it across the timeline, gets it over to Higgins. Back over to Haley Sorensen. She's on the right side. Looking for Hatch, it was tipped away, controlled by Haley. Over to Emily on the right side. Takes a dribble, picks it up, gets it over to Haley Sorensen at the top, over to Emily Higgins on the right. Looks around, gets it back out to Haley. Finds Sorensen in the middle. Nice high arching shot, uses the glass, and Heather Sorensen puts that one in. Give the Grizz the lead again, 16-15. Gamendi has it at the top on the right side. Arrington out top, gets it down deep underneath. Back out to Arrington. On the right side, over number 40, back to the middle, Gamendi. Back out to Arrington. Over to Gamendi. Gamendi looking for Arrington. Back up type to Simmons. Back over to Arrington. Arrington puts up a shot, a long shot. It's long off the glass. Controlled, taken away by Arrington. Gamendi has it at the top. Good defense by Higgins. And another good defensive play by Haley Sorensen as she gets her hand on that pass, or maybe her foot, but tips that away from Arrington. It'll stay with the Lady Cougars. They'll bring it in. 5:25 to play in the second quarter. Lady Grizz with a 1-point lead. Gamendi looking for Aragon. Back out top. To Simmons to Arrington, over to Arrington. Back out to Simmons at the top, over to Arrington. 42 to Aragon underneath. She was surrounded. She gets that back out. Now it's the Lady Cougars' time to pass that ball around. They're moving it well. Over to Aragon on the right side. Back over to Gamendi. Right side in the corner. To Aragon on the right wing. Back to the point. They're really swinging it around. I can't even keep up with the numbers. It's a shot by Arrington. A long shot. Taken away, controlled by Haley Sorensen. She brings it down. The Lady Cougars back off, and she brings the ball up. The Lady Grizz step into their offense. Over to Rachel Roberts on the left side. Hand it off to Haley Sorensen. She picked up her pivot foot before she put the ball on the floor. She got caught for that travel. So, with 4:38 to play in the second quarter, still a 1-point Lady Grizz lead. Friedley's back into the game. Looks like it was, well, we've got Haley Sorensen, Friedley, Hatch, Higgins, and Roberts on the floor right now for the Lady Grizz. We've got a spill or some sweat on the floor underneath the basket, getting that taken care of. Protecting these players, it's an important part of the game. Have someone go out of bounds and step on that. All right, here we go. Lady Cougars bringing the ball in. Gamendi will walk the ball up. Over to Arrington. Left side outside. One dribble, skips it over to Simmons. Over to Arrington, skips it over to Gamendi for a three-point shot. It's up, it's good. Did they give her the three? They did. 2-point lead. The full pressure's on. They're going with it after each made basket. They broke that one easily. Got over to Emily. She just dribbled it right past the timeline, and they let her go. Haley Sorensen on the right side outside. Pass went in to Friedley. She was a little off balance, and it was taken away by the Lady Cougars.
Like
almost a travel there. She picked up that ball. It was missed. Gamendi puts up a long three, taken away by Roberts. Brought down as she brings it over. Gets the ball over to Sorensen. Here come the Lady Grizz. I think she got away with one there.
Yeah, I think they missed one.
That's all right. Tipped away on the Haley Sorensen pass. Simmons takes it down the right side. Good positioning by Haley as she got back. That time, Emily had the position, and Arrington went right over. Megan went right over her back. And she'll be called for that. That's going to be on Megan Arrington.
Looks like that's going to be her first foul for the evening.
First foul, and Roberts is going to sit down for the Grizz. Brost is back into the game. We are in the bonus.
We also have Dossman coming back in.
We are in the bonus, and Higgins steps to the line. It's going to be a one-on-one shot here. First shot's up, off left, controlled by the Lady Cougars. Here come the Cougars with a 2-point lead. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Gamendi's got it at the top. Couple of dribbles over to the right side. Arrington with another long three-pointer, way long, didn't draw iron, controlled by Tiffany Brost. Long pass down the floor to Hatch, sets up at the three-point line, gets it over to Brost, back over to Dossman. Looks over to Higgins on the left side, brings it to the left side. She's still got the ball. To Brost at the top, over to Dossman on the right side. Over to Brost on the left wing. Switches over. 3 seconds is the call.
Oh, it's another turnover for our Lady Grizz tonight. I have 14 turnovers alone in this first half.
We've got the ball, Winterford with it. Gamendi over to Arrington on the left side, over to Aragon. Brings it out to Gamendi at the top. Gamendi drives right down the middle, and no one picked her up. About a 4-foot jumper there, right in. And here's that full court press. Dossman's dribbling through it. Friedley sets up, gets the ball over to Dossman. They're setting up their offense. And we have a timeout with 2:36 left to go in the second quarter. Right now the score, the Lady Cougars are 20, the Lady Grizz 16. Yeah, they're going to have to get a handle on those turnovers. I'm sure Coach Winland isn't happy to see 14 in the first half.
Yeah, it seems like the pressure that the Cougars are applying tonight is getting to the Grizz a little bit. Their passes are a little bit short of who they're trying to get to, and some of them are being thrown across court, and those Lady Cougars are just able to step right in that passing lane and get to the ball.
Yeah. They're Looks like they wanted a 20-second timeout. The officials are calling for them, and neither team is coming back onto the floor. Here they come. And here come the Lady Grizz. They'll set it up. 2:36 to go in the half. Hatch brings it into Dossman. Brings it to the left side. Cut off by Gamendi. Dossman again to the left side. Gets it into Hatch inside. Kind of dribbles into a Forrest. Tries to get it over to Friedley. Tipped out of bounds by Gamendi. It'll stay here with the Lady Grizz.
That was close again. Another forced pass. Trying to get it across the lane.
You get in deep there with those trees underneath. It's hard to do something with that ball. Hatch takes one dribble, brings it in. It's blocked by Arrington, controlled by Gamendi as here they come. Arrington on the left side. That's Megan with the ball. Over to Simmons on the right side. Back to Gamendi. Over to Megan Arrington on the left side. Back to Gamendi. Dribbles over the side on Simmons. Simmons has a three-point line at the wing. Back over to Gamendi at the point. Over to Megan Arrington on the left side. Into Cowley. Arrington puts up about a 15-foot shot, and it's good. No press this time by the Lady Cougars as they back off, and Higgins will bring that ball up. That was a two-pointer, and it's a shot by Dossman as they dribble it around. A three-pointer that was just short. Let's see who it came off of. That'll go off of Arrington's foot and will stay with the Lady Grizz. Minute 34 to go. 6-point Lady Cougar lead. Brose bring the ball out of bounds. Swings over to Friedley. Out to Dossman. Dossman finds Brose left side on the corner. She sets up for an 18-foot shot just short. Controlled by Aragon. Over to Gamendi, and Gamendi brings it up. Right side on the wing. Over to Simmons. Arrington was looking for it underneath. They didn't find her. Then we get a walk by Megan Arrington as she drags that pivot foot again. Gets called for the travel. Here comes the Lady Grizz. Dossman walks the ball up the court. She's met it right at half court. Pass over to Brose, right side outside. Here comes the pick. Good pick set up as she dribbles through. Over to Higgins, left side outside. Back to Dossman, outside, over to Higgins on the right side.
Friedley's trying to work her way down underneath, get position.
Dossman on the left, over to Hatch outside. Gets it to Higgins, top of the key. Over to Dossman, back over to Brose, right side outside. 37 seconds left. Brose still has it. Looks inside, gets it to Hatch, back out to Brose. Brose puts it on the floor, into Hatch, who got a good drop step, put it up and was just blocked. Blocked by Arrington, and then tipped it out of bounds, trying to fight for that ball. It's gonna go to the Lady Cougars. Gamendi trying to bring the ball in, almost stolen by Hatch. Good defensive plays, they bring it back. Aragon's got it on the right side. They set up their offense. Cowley Arrington has the top of the key, over to Gamendi, over to Simmons, left side, way outside. 13 seconds to go. Higgins comes out to play a little tighter defense. It's a shot by Megan Arrington, a three-pointer, and that one is good for three. We got 3 seconds, 2, 1, a long shot by Dossman. Oh, front rim just short by a couple of inches, but that's the halftime. At the half, we've got the Lady Cougars 25, the Lady Grizz 16.
When you look at the stats here, the Lady Cougars have taken about twice the number of shots that our Lady Grizz have, and have turned the ball over far less than our Lady Grizz have tonight. So I think we'll have to work on some of those passes and making sure we run an offense and get some better shots down underneath, keep a hold of the ball.
And when it comes to that rebounding, it's a tough job they've got in front of them tonight with those tall girls that Wind River's brought down.
I'd like to find out how tall these girls are here. We've got a couple. The Arrington girls seem to be fairly tall. We've got one, Cowley Arrington, number 42, who's a senior, is listed as a height of 6'1", and we're assuming it's her sister, although not for sure. Is a junior listed at 5'8", and it looks like our tallest player, For our Lady Grizz, if they have it listed, let's take a look. They don't have it listed for us, so we'll
But I
have
can
to
tell you it's definitely not 6'1".
It's not. They've got a definite height advantage tonight over our ladies down underneath.
All right, we've got 8.5 minutes left in our halftime, and we'll take a break. Got about 35 seconds to go here before we start the second half. Some dates to remember that were here on the paper given to me. February 8th, there's the Wrestlers Lasagna Dinner. February 12th, we have the ACT test coming up. On March 2nd, the state cheer competition. And then, of course, on March 11th is prom. Some dates you can keep in mind and put on your calendar. Getting ready for the second half. Well, the Lady Grizz are down 25-16, down 9 at the half. They can come back from that. Good sign for them is they only have 4 team fouls. We'll start the second half there with a steal, a quick steal, and then a tie-up. The Lady Cougars brought the ball in. It was quickly stolen away as Hatch got in, tied it up, and they called the jump ball. It's a turnover. Dossman has it right side outside. Brost over to Higgins, back to Brost at the top. Over to Dossman on the left side. Higgins has it at the top, swings over to Brost on the right side. Looking for Freely down underneath, takes one dribble, gets it to Higgins, who snuck in. Great move as she got in there, and that ball's taken away, controlled by Hatch on the miss, on the Higgins miss. Back out to Dossman, they're moving the ball well. Over to Brost on the right side. She looks in for Hatch, can't find her. Into Freely, back out to Brost. Dribbles back into the corner on the right. Looks into Hatch, finds Hatch, takes a step, one dribble, turns around. Again, that shot is blocked by Arrington. As Hatch tries to control it, she was out of bounds. So the Cougars come, they get it in bounds successfully this time. They get it in, bringing it up over to Arrington as they pass it around quick. Shots up and missed, and that goes off of Freely. That shot was taken by Kayla Smith. Came off long in the fight for the ball. That came off of the Lady Grizz. Arrington will bring that ball in. Out far to Gomendi. Gomendi has the top left side, gets it over to Megan Arrington. Megan comes in, 2 dribbles in the inside. She puts a shot up, and there is a foul on the play. On that shot, we're going to shoot 2 shots. That foul's on Angela Hatch. It's her 3rd foul. And Megan Arrington's going to step to the line. Megan Arrington goes to the line. First shot. It's up. Rims out. No good. We've got a substitution as Angela's going to sit down with that 3rd foul. And in comes Heather Sorensen. She gets ready for that 2nd shot. She bends down, puts it up. It's off to the right, controlled by Arrington, who passes it off to Megan Arrington. Goes up for layup. It's taken off short and controlled by Dossman. Brings it up the left side, has it at the top. Left side to Higgins, to Brost. Into Freely. She takes a turn to the right, a nice drop step inside. Shot's a little bit long, controlled by Cowley Sorensen. Boy, it's 1 shot and down for the Lady Grizz tonight. Jamie Bell, 1 dribble, puts up the shot and misses it. Freely gets the ball, comes off of her hands. She loses that. And Callie Arrington controls it, and she's fouled.
We got fouls on Danielle Freely.
It is. That shot did not count. It was on the floor. So Megan Arrington take that out of bounds. She tries to bring it in. She brings it into Callie Arrington. Megan sets up underneath. Over to Smith, back out to Arrington, who finds Arrington with a nice lob pass inside. All alone. Callie Arrington puts that in. Dossman quickly brings it up. Switches to the left hand, goes to the left side. Gets a pick by Brost, back over to Brost at the top. Over to Higgins. Dribbles to the right side, down to Dossman, right side in the corner. Over to Brost. Brost, back out to Higgins at the top. Higgins, a couple dribbles, gets it back over to Brost, looking for Sorensen underneath. Tries to thread that pass in, and it goes off of Sorensen's hand and out of bounds. It's a turnover for the Lady Grizz. And here come the Lady Cougars. They pick up, the Grizz pick them up full court here, 3/4 court as they put on a press. Broken as the Lady Cougars come up. Smith has it left side at the 3-point line. Over to Arrington. Over to Gomendi. Back out to Smith at the top. Goes over to Megan Arrington for another three-point shot, and it is good. Boy, that is her third three-point shot of the night. And it looks like we're going to talk it over. Timeout, Rocky Mountain. We've got a full timeout. Well, the Lady Cougars have come out here at halftime, and they've scored 5 more points to build on that lead. Right now it is a 30-16 lead for the Lady Cougars. 14-point lead. And here they come for the Lady Grizz. We have Haley Sorensen, Higgins, Brost, Friedley, and Heather Sorensen. For the Lady Cougars, we have Simmons, Arrington, Gomendi. They bring that ball in, comes clear into the backcourt. Brost picks it up. They're going to have to get it across to beat the 10 seconds. Higgins brings it across. They do beat the timeline. Back in, tipped, controlled by Sorensen, and they did not go over the timeline. But another pass, tipped, nearly stolen by Simmons. Brost has it on the left side. They're trying to settle down now. Higgins has it over to Sorensen. Haley Sorensen at the top. She's dribbling to the right side, looking underneath to Heather Sorensen, makes a move, takes a good dribble, a nice drop step just off to the right, and that ball controlled by Cowley Arrington, but Heather got her hands in there and tied that up. It's a jump ball, but it will stay with the Lady Cougars. That's all right, that kind of hustle will pay off. The next jump ball will stay with the Grizz. Full court press by the Lady Grizz now over the left side. Gomendi brings up on the right side, skip pass cross court to Simmons, back up to Gomendi. Over to Aragon. Brings it over to Arrington for about a 7-footer. Up in the end. And Sorensen, Haley walks the ball up. Sets up the offense. Over to Emily Simmons. Emily Higgins. Shots up, off glass, and that's good. By number 15, Haley Sorensen. They pick him up full court again. It's Simmons right underneath us, over to Arrington. Nearly stolen by Sorensen. Back to Aragon. They're moving the ball well. Over to Arrington. Back out to Simmons. Kelsey Simmons. Back over to Aragon. And over to Bell. Back to Simmons. She's got it at the top of the key, way outside. Down to Aragon on the right side. She tries to force it. That pass was anticipated by Tiffany Brost, and that's a steal. Here come the Lady Grizz as Haley pushes it up a little. Over to Higgins on the left side. Handed back to Haley as they try to get the motion offense where she dribbles in and dribbles right inside. That shot is blocked. Another block for 42 Arrington. Gomendi bringing the ball up, gets it over to Bell, controlled by Arrington as it was tipped around there. Over to Simmons, back out to Bell. Over to Gomendi at the top of the key. Finds Aragon on the left side. Back over to Bell, takes one dribble, sets up a long three-pointer, rims out, controlled by Friedley. Gets the ball over to Haley Sorensen. Here they come. Just under 3 minutes to go. The score, Lady Cougars 32, Lady Grizz 18. Brost, right side on the outside, over to Haley Sorensen. Over in the corner to Brost, sets up for a long shot. It's up, it's good, it is worth 3. Brost for 3. Gomendi almost threw a long pass, she didn't, she got some help. Coming over to Simmons, that ball went off of a foot, off of Haley Sorensen's hand. She saves it in bounds, but she saves it to Aragon, all by herself, and then Friedley tries to step in and get that pass and will commit the foul. Good hustle play there, almost resulted in a Grizzly takeaway.
We could have easily called a foul here a minute ago. They missed one. as they were bringing up that ball from the court. We have a timeout by the Lady Cougars.
It's a full timeout. .11 Lady Cougar lead. After that last timeout, the Lady Grizz picked it up. They got 5 points of their own. Cut that to an 11-point lead now. See if they can keep building on that.
Looks like their challenge tonight is the Arrington girls. Look at the scoreboard, and most points have come from those two young ladies.
Yes, they did. In the first half, Megan Arrington had 10 points, and Cowley Arrington had 8 in the first half. Together, they've added 5 more. So 23 of the 32 points have come from the Arrington ladies tonight. All right, here's the Lady Cougars with the ball. Bring the ball into Comendu. Fakes the shot, brings it back out to Casey. Over to Arrington, back out to Simmons. Simmons has it to the top, Higgins on her. Over to Casey on the right side. And Sorensen steps in front, nearly steals the ball. Just can't quite control it as it goes out of bounds, but great hustle play. Megan Arrington to bring the ball in. Gets it into Gamendi. Right side outside. Pass over to Casey. Brings it over to Megan Arrington on the left side. Friedley on her. Good defense by Friedley. Taps it away, but controlled by Arrington. We've got a whistle.
Looks like we've got a foul down underneath. Let's see who they're going to call that on.
That's going to be on Higgins.
It's going to be her first for the evening.
Her first foul. Seems like the play's getting a little more physical. Arrington to bring it in. Gets it out to Simmons on the left side. Bell has it at the top. Lots of moves, but doesn't do anything with it. Over to Casey, back over to Arrington for a three-point shot. Way short, draws nothing, out of bounds. Just grazed the net on its way out of bounds. That will be a Grizzly ball. Here comes Haley Sorensen. Calls out the play, she brings the ball up. She'll be picked up at half court by Gamendi. Over to Brost on the left side, handed off again. Back over to Higgins, finds Brost right side in the corner. She puts up a long shot. She had a little bit of space there. She put up just short, controlled. Can't see how that one ended up, but they're headed the other way, so I believe Brost controlled that ball and stepped on the line. So that's a ball will go over to the Lady Cougars. Guess technically that is a turnover. Right now, the foul situation in this half, it's kind of reversed. The Lady Grizz have 4 fouls already and no fouls on the... We have 6 Cougars on the floor at this moment in time. That is a technical foul as there are 6 Cougars on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm counting them. And that is a technical foul.
That should be, so they should... Lady Grizz should get a shot here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're still there. No, count them up. They just missed that. They brought that ball back over, and that was should have been a technical foul that was missed. There were 6 Wind River Cougars on the floor.
I think our refs decided that they hadn't checked the numbers before they...
They're going to meet and talk about this again. Let's see what the officials decide here. Maybe a ball was not supposed to be officially checked in. They're coming to the bench. They're going to talk. That was a technical foul. They are assessing that. There were 6 Lady Cougar players on the floor. And in basketball, you just can't do that. Hey, it's a great play if you can get away with it.
They already have a pretty good advantage with height tonight. Don't know if they could get away with another individual.
Looks like Haley Sorensen's going to tie her shoe and shoot the technical foul shot here. They almost got away with it. The shot's up just long by Haley. She'll step up to shoot the second one here. You feel kind of on an island when you shoot those shots. No one around you. Second one's up. also rims out just to the right. That ball will stay with the Lady Grizz now. That does count as a turnover against the Cougars on that technical foul. Gross brings it in to Haley Sorensen. Walks it up, 1:20 left in the third quarter. Sorensen on the left side, drives around, picked up by Arrington. Brost has it at the top, back over to Haley Sorensen. Comes to the left side, picked up by Megan Arrington. Nearly a steal, but taken on the left side. Good pass into Heather Sorensen, off the glass and in. Great ball movement by Higgins on that assist. Good defense, picked up. No call on the contact on the left side. This play gets kind of crazy right now. The ball was going out of bounds on Megan Arrington, and Heather Sorensen tried to save that ball, and it went off of her out of bounds. We had quite a collision on the right side coming up. Looked like a charge to me, but they're going to let that go, as there must have been moving feet before she was, sure looked like some kind of foul. Those girls weren't rolling, but we'll come out to the top. Arrington has it on the left side. Into Arrington, back out to Megan Arrington for a long shot. It is a 2-point shot, it appears. 40 seconds left. That shot was good. Back to an 11-point lead for the Lady Cougars. Higgins on the left side, back to Haley Sorensen. Looks for Brost, can't get it to her, skips it over, tries a long pass to Higgins, just off her fingertips and out of bounds. Turnover, Lady Grizz. 27.8 seconds in this third quarter. Into Arrington, gets it over to Simmons on the right side. This time, tipped away, nearly stolen by Heather Sorensen. Good hustle play as she tried to get rid of that ball before she ran anyone over this time. Didn't have anywhere to go. 22 seconds to go. Megan Arrington bring that ball out of bounds for the Lady Cougars. Into Garland. Garland has the ball for the nearly stolen, and it is stolen away by Sorensen. Taken away to pass to Heather Sorensen, and then stolen back by Simmons on a good hustle play. And then stolen back by Sorensen. We've got girls on the floor. We've got a block shot by Callie Arrington on Bros, down to 2 seconds. I'm sorry I couldn't stay with on that. We had people on the floor. There's a girl still shaking up at the half court. After that happened, we had 2 girls down. She seems to be okay. Kelsey Simmons is walking it off.
We got quite a quick pace of ball movement here, and a couple girls, it was hard to follow if they collided or what exactly happened there, because we were focused on the ball.
2 girls went for the ball, and the ball was passed out of the area, but after it was passed, the girls still kind of got tied up and ended up going onto the floor. It looked to me like the Simmons girl was on the bottom as they collided, and I think the other girl landed kind of up on her head. That they don't call it hardwood for nothing down there, so looks like she's shaking that off. We're getting ready for the fourth quarter. The end of the third quarter, Lady Grizz 23, Lady Cougars 34, 11-point lead. And we'll set the floor for you. We've got...
It's a fairly close quarter there. The Lady Grizz scored 7 that time, and Cougars scored 9.
Yep, they did stretch their lead from the 25-16 9-point halftime lead to 11 now. Hatch will bring the ball in for the Lady Grizz. That shot's up and good. Bring down the other way. Oh, and a foul on Hatch.
That's going to be her 4th foul tonight.
So we're reading the stat sheet, trying to get caught up. Bell puts up her first free throw, and it's good. She gets a second shot. Off long, controlled by Tiffany Brost. Lady Grizz with the ball. A little bit of momentum as it leads down to 9. Dosman has it on the right side. On the left side to Brost. Inside to Haley Sorensen, puts it on the ball once, tries to shoot it over Arrington, and that's got to be the 4th or 5th block at least tonight for Arrington. They get it into her deep. She is fouled as she turns around, puts out the glass. Shot came up short, but she is fouled. She will go to the line. Foul was on Heather Sorensen. She eyes the first, it's up, it's good. Cowley Arrington will get another one. That makes it a 10-point lead. It's up, front rims, rattles it in. Dossman brings the ball up, picked up at half court by Gomendi. Turns the left hand over to Brost on the left side, hand it back to Dossman. Ooh, reach in there by Gomendi. She tried to slap that away, and you could hear it clear up here. That hit all arm, it sounded like to me. So that'll be a foul on Gomendi. That's her 3rd, the board says. So Roberts will bring that ball in. Tries to get it into Dossman. Can't find her, gets it into Brost. Into Sorensen underneath, who gets in, and there's another block for Arrington, and another block. That second one, they're going to call the foul there on Cowley Arrington. I don't think we took stats on the block shots tonight, but in my mind, that's at least 6 blocks for Cowley Arrington, as she has been huge for the Lady Cougars underneath. Heather Sorensen to the line. First of her 2 shots is up, rattles it in. Eyes her second shot. It's up. Just off the back of the rim, it kind of deadened for a moment and fell through, and that's back to a 9-point lead. They pick them up full court. The Lady Cougars handle it by swinging the ball around, and that ball off of Roberts' hand, tipped by Bell and out of bounds. That's going to go back over to the Lady Grizz. Turnover on the Lady Cougars. And here comes Dossman with the ball. 7 minutes left to play. Working on that 9-point deficit. Around to Higgins on the right side. Gets it out to Brost. Fire on the right side. She shots up. It's a long shot. Just right. Long off the iron. Over to Gomendi, who controls it. Brings the ball up to Bell, who looks for Arrington. It's controlled by Arrington underneath. Back to Bell, and they're going to call that foul. That foul's going to go on Higgins. They say she got her body into her, and that is 7 fouls. They are in the bonus. We are going to shoot 17 fouls on the Lady Grizz, and we are going to shoot the rest of the game. The Cougars will. Top half of the one-on-one. It's up. It's in. Stretches that lead back out to 10. Jamie Bell sets up for her second shot, the bonus. It's up, and it's good. Boy, she barely makes any body movements at all there at the line. That arm just right in. And we have a timeout. .30-second timeout for Wind River. Coach Winland meets with the girls underneath. Got an 11-point lead.
The second half has been pretty close together. Turnovers have been very similar, as well as shots taken and points scored. It's very close. That second quarter for the Grizz kind of was the time that the Lady Cougars took advantage of their hustle with the press and their height and took a little bit of a lead. We'll see what happens the rest of the game.
And here we go. Heather Sorensen will bring the ball into Dossman. She's got Hatch, Higgins, and Brost with her. Brings the ball up the floor. Oh, and as she turns around that corner, she went to the left hand on her spin move. She picked up her pivot foot before she got rid of the ball, and that's a travel. Turnover on the Lady Grizz. And so far, no one has Here comes the Lady Cougars. Gomendi with the ball. Over to Arrington, back to Gomendi in the middle. They break the press, get it to Arrington down deep. She puts it up. Off long, controlled by Simmons, who turns around, loses the ball, gets it over to Arrington. Finds Simmons underneath. That ball goes out of bounds. We're going to have a foul called against the Grizz. They're saying that foul was on the floor. It's a 1-and-1.
Got a couple of complaints from the stands. We can hear fans a little bit. They wanted a 3-second call right there. That foul's on Angie Dossman. That's her first for the evening.
And that free throw is up, no good. And Dossman brings the ball up. And Gomendi again gets a little over anxious there, a little over aggressive, and commits the foul. You know, I think those a couple of those fans have pretty good point on that 3 seconds call. When they come down and they get passing the ball around and no one shoots, they get camping in that lane. Hatch will bring the ball in for the Lady Grizz. 6 minutes to go. Into Higgins on the left side outside. She gets the ball. Haley Sorensen at the top. Haley's got it back over to Higgins on the right side. Couple dribbles into Hatch underneath. She takes it up off the glass and in. She's now being guarded by Bell, and she can make hay there against Bell. She's able to get a good drop step and get that ball up. Gomendi has it over to Megan Arrington on the left side. Oh, and Cowley Arrington with, it was a beautiful back cut. Found her right open underneath, wide open as she lays that in. Another 2 for Cowley Arrington. 41-30, Lady Cougars. Emily Higgins with the ball. Pass that over to Sorensen. Stolen away on the entrance pass by Arrington. Bell brings the ball up the right side, pass it in to Cowley Arrington, up off the glass, long, taken away by Heather Sorensen, brought up over to Haley Sorensen, who brings the ball up. They run the ball up, 5 minutes to go, 11-point Lady Cougar lead. Over to Brose on the left side, back to Haley Sorensen, over to Higgins, over to Brose on the right side. She sets up, she shoots, just short. Ooh, and that ball is tipped. That is going to go off Wind River and stay with the Lady Grizz. And it looks like we have another timeout. 30-second Rocky Mountain timeout. That's only 4 team fouls still this half on the Lady Cougars.
And we have 8 that have been called on the Rocky Mountain Grizz.
That's exactly the opposite numbers as the first half ended with team fouls at 8 against the Cougars and 4 on the Grizzlies in the first half. So right now the fouls are even. No one's in serious foul trouble. We've got a few girls with 3. Gomendi does have 4 fouls, as does Angela Hatch. I guess we do have one girl in each team with 4 fouls apiece, but they are both in the game. Haley Sorensen, a long 3-pointer, just short, controlled again by Cowley Arrington. Flips it, almost stolen by Brost, controlled by the Cougars as they come up. Arrington, Cowley Arrington has it clear out next to the timeline. Brought over to Gomendi. Over to Cowley Arrington. She gets it to Bell underneath.
And we've got a call for a travel, so that'll be a turnover in the Lady
Bell was
Cougars.
called for a travel, and again the crowd was asking for that 3 seconds call. Dossman brings the ball up on the left side over to Brost, outside on the left side. Dossman has the ball, guarded by Bell. Fakes the pass, gets it over to Brost on the left side, takes an off-balance shot. It was up, it was off to the right, controlled by Megan Arrington. She brings the ball up, Hatch defending her. Good defense by Hatch, she brings that ball up. Over to Simmons on the right side, guarded by Brost. Simmons gets it up to Cowley Arrington at the top. Over to Gomendi, who drives down the middle, tries to thread that pass, gets by everybody, and that'll be a turnover. Danielle Freely brings it in to Dossman. Dossman brings up the ball. Just under 4 minutes to go, still working against that 11-point deficit. That ball's tipped and controlled by Simmons. Over to Gomendi as she brings the ball up. Gomendi, left side, over to Arrington, gets it into Arrington, to Cowley Arrington for another 5-footer, just short. Ball was tipped away. There's that height advantage again. Those long arms, that good reach from Cowley Arrington, tips that ball away, and it's controlled by Bell at the top. Over to Cowley Arrington, top 3-point line. Over to Gomendi for a 3-pointer. It's up, off to the right, but controlled by Gomendi. No, her foot was on the line. Ref was right on top of it. The official was right there, looked down, says, no, you can't step there. That ball will go over to the Lady Grizz.
We've got a couple subs coming in for the Grizz, it looks like.
Dossman's going to sit down, and Freethy's going to sit down. We've got the Sorensens, Hatch, Simmons, and Brost. Or Hatch, Higgins, and Brost. Sorensen has the top, takes a long 2-pointer. It's up, it rattles around, and it falls in. Good shot by Haley Sorensen as she sets up. Here come the Lady Cougars, and as Megan Arrington looked up to try to pass a long court pass, she lost the ball a bit and turns it over. So with 2 minutes and 57 seconds to go, we're down to a 9-point lead, and the Grizzlies have the ball. Here comes Haley Sorensen. She brings the ball in, comes to the left side, out of the 3-point line on the left side. Tries to swing it over. It's tipped out by Simmons, but controlled by Brost. Brost brings it back over. Back to Sorensen. They set it up. Over to Higgins on the right side, outside. Back to Sorensen. Sorensen comes to her left. Looks over, finds Hatch at the 3-point line, who puts it on the floor, gets in. A great hit by Heather Sorensen. Lets Hatch get right by, and Hatch puts that up for 2. Full court press as they're bringing it up, and the crowd's starting to come alive. Some good defense now. Gomendi at the top. Brost comes up from behind. Arrington over to Cowley Arrington out at the 3-point line. Starting to get a little loud in here now. Gomendi underneath, guarded by Hatch. She puts up a shot. It's long. It's off the mark, and it was as Heather was trying to save that. She stepped on the line as she tried to save that. 2 minutes, 1 second to go. It's down to a 7-point lead. They've cut into the lead.
Yeah, there was a 9-point gain advantage on the Cougars during that second quarter, and there again, the other quarters have been really close and even with the amount of points that have been scored this evening.
Here in the second half, the Arrington girls have made 2 baskets apiece, and other than that, it's their only field goals in the second half. There's a few free throws by Bell, but it's the hot hands for Wind River tonight are the Arrington girls. Still a lot of basketball to play in this one. 7-point lead.
I still think a key thing that our Rocky Mountain Grizz need to make sure they do well is their passes. They still want to pass that ball, and sometimes those hands of the Cougars are in the way.
Both teams are getting into those passing lanes, slapping that ball around. All right, here comes the ball. Arrington brings it into Gomendi on the left side, outside the 3-point line, guarded by Haley Sorensen. Good tight defense. Out to Simmons, over to Cowley. Arrington clear out high. Heather Sorensen on her. Over to Simmons, outside, way outside. Looks like they're content just to play catch.
Oh.
And we have a foul, and that's going to go against Wind River.
Yeah, 34.
34, Bell was caught way away from the ball with a push, trying to get some position, and they did it right in front of the official. Not a good place to do that. She got caught with that. Maybe that's the break the Lady Grizz need.
The key thing about fouls is somebody gaining advantage, and they were both fighting for position, but it looks like 34 was actually pushing that arm a little forward, which would make her the one who got caught in that situation.
She tried to gain that advantage, and they don't let you do that. Here comes Haley. Minute 44 to go. She got the ball at the top. Over to Angela Hatch outside 3-point line. She's looking inside, finds Tiffany Brost. The 3-pointer is up, just off to the left, controlled by Megan Arrington. Pretty close shot. Here comes Megan Arrington down the court. Stopped by Hatch. Over to Cowley Arrington. Gets the ball over to Gomendi. Over to Simmons, a minute 22 to go. Simmons finds Cowley Arrington out the top, and they're not looking to score. They're just looking to pass that ball around. Megan Arrington steps inside, almost travels. Simmons skips it over to Bell. Bell just looks back over to Simmons, way outside, up by the timeline. Good defense by Brost as Brost is making her move around with the ball. Oh, and she palms the ball. That defense by Brost forces her to try to dribble in that left hand, and she lost it on the dribble. Another turnover, as the Lady Grizz are definitely fighting in this. Minute 2 to go, and here comes Haley Sorensen with the ball. She brings it up, calls the play. Over to Higgins on the right side, pass it back to Sorensen. Sorensen on the right side, she's out the three-point line. She's looking around, she finds Brost. Brost to the top of the three-point line, lets it go, just short. Taken away and controlled by number 30. Oh, they're on the ground, and it is a push. I think they called the push.
Actually, I think they're going to
Did they call the jump?
Ball there.
It was.
We have 43 seconds left, and our scores, the Lady Grizz 34, and the Lady Cougars are 41.
And we're going to get a timeout with that break. A lot of action as of late. Couple shots, very close for the Lady Grizz. They just haven't fallen through for them. A 3-possession ball game here. With about 40 seconds to go.
Lady Grizz have outshot the Cougars a little bit in this second half. Just haven't had them fall as well as the Cougars did in the first half.
They've had a bunch of close ones. Rimmed out just a little to the right on a couple of their shots, just a little bit long.
And a lot of the Lady Grizz shots tonight have really been from the outside where our Cougars are getting it down underneath, where those shots seem to be a little bit more successful when you can get in closer to the basket.
I think it's safe to say that Cowley Arrington's pretty much controlled that game underneath. She's altered shots and altered kind of the game plan. It's hard to pound that ball in against her when she's had so many blocks and is able to defend so well. Here we go, 43.5, Gamendi's got the ball underneath.
We got a full court press by the Lady Grizz.
She'll bring it in. She gets it to Cowley, who's trying to dribble the ball up, gets it off in time to Bell, who almost walks with it, gets it over to Gamendi. Top guarded by Haley. Good defense. Roberts out on Arrington outside. Simmons up tight. And Brost comes in with the foul, as she didn't want to sit there and just watch him pass it around. She's trying to make something happen. It's a foul on Tiffany, and that will send number 32, Kelsey Simmons, to the line. I believe she'll have a one-on-one. That's the 9th team foul, so from here on out, it'll be 2 shots each time. 29.5 seconds. There's the first shot of the one-on-one. It's up. It bounced around. It's good. She'll get her bonus. Builds it back to an 8-point lead. Second shot. It's up. Ooh, barely, in fact.
That's actually a violation. It didn't hit the front of the rim, so it'll be turned over to the Lady Grizz.
If it doesn't draw in, that's a violation. And here it is. Haley Sorensen with the ball, facing a full court press, stolen away by Bell. As she went in for the foul, Sorensen went in to try to stop that and commits the foul. That'll be 2 shots.
There again, those passes tonight have really hurt the Lady Grizz.
Bell saw that one coming. There was a triple team there, and Bell wasn't part of it. As that she tried to pass over that triple team, Bell stepped right in that passing lane, took it away, and there she gets her first free throw. Is good. To a 9-point lead. She steps up for her second one. It's up. It's good. She's been a hot hand at the free throw line. Into Sorensen. 22 seconds to go. Over to Hatch. And for some reason, Megan Arrington reaches over and fouls. That's only the 6th team foul, though. That'll be brought out at the side. They're not in the bonus till the next foul. 21 seconds to go.
There's a 10-point lead for the Lady the Lady Cougars.
Lady Cougars. 21 seconds to go, and here comes the ball. 10-point lead for the Lady Cougars. Haley Sorensen will bring the ball up. Lady Cougars are still stepping into those passing lanes. Over to Brost on the right side. Good pick by Hatch. Shot, three-pointer up by Bros, just long. Rebounded by Hatch, puts it up, it's off to the side. Higgins with a shot, blocked by Arrington. And with 1 second to go, that ball was controlled by Megan Arrington. That ball was tied up, and with 1 second to go, the 10-point lead, they just throw that into Arrington, and that ball game is over. Your final score tonight, Lady Cougars 44, Lady Grizz 34.
Yeah, it was that second quarter for our Lady Grizz where they were outscored and the Cougars took a 9-point advantage. We'd like to encourage anybody out there listening to come out and support our boys. They'll get started here in a little bit. There's still plenty of time, and there's room on our benches here, and I'm sure they'd appreciate